Hi there, superstars. Happy March. It's Magi Helena. Here's your astrological forecast for March 2022 in science-based, multidimensional astrology. I'm one of the two creators and instructors of the Magi Astrology Certification Program, and I have brought complex astrology down to earth. My unique and actionable tools, strictly based in scientific astrology, have now helped tens of thousands of people make real progress toward their dreams of love and success. People talk about the law of attraction, but most don't realize it just can't work if your timing is wrong. Timing matters. It's the hidden secret in everything you're trying to make happen in love or in your career. Please subscribe here on YouTube and then click that notification bell on the right so you'll know as soon as new astrology videos are released. March is a decent month, though a little weak on the money side. Think of these universal best and worst days as a way to understand the risk versus reward for taking actions on certain days. Best days maximize your rewards. Worst days maximize your risk. You get to decide which odds you prefer and then act accordingly. Remember too, as I go through these days, that it's always the combination of great universal and great personal stars that creates the cosmic synergy that can fulfill your dreams. March opens with a pair of best days during a Sun-Jupiter eclipse. Planetary eclipses are powerful, and this one is extremely benevolent. Sun is also contra-parallel Chiron mutually applying, and adding this energy to the eclipse energy makes these especially good days for love. Earth is in a multi-aspected wedge in Helio 12 with Chiron, Achilles, Uranus and Pallas. If you're in personal Cinderella cycles and not in mini or peaking personal heartbreak or nuclear cycles, these could be great days to meet a potential soulmate or take your relationship to a deeper level of commitment. Mid-month, another pair of best days features Sun parallel Neptune and at the apex of a longbow-type triangle in Geozodiac 7 with Pluto, Vesta, and Uranus. Earth is supported by geometry with Diana and the Chiron Ixion and Venus Chiron midpoints in Z12 and is in a dynamic triangle in Helio 7 with Pallas, Ixion, and Mars, which could have athletic overtones. A big flying eagle-type fortress of Odin, Varuna, Eris, and Vesta can bring both intensity and some powerful fresh air to friendships, fan relationships, and group associations. Later in the month, Sun is in an eclipse with the Jupiter, Chiron, Cinderella, and Golden midpoint. In Helio, Earth conjunct Odin anchors an aspected grand trine with Sedna and the Venus, Chiron magical midpoint. These are good days for both love and for money, if your personal cycles agree. The first pair of worst days falling over the first weekend in March are heartbreak days with Sun conjunct and opposite the near and far Saturn Chiron heartbreak midpoints, and this is transdimensional in Helio 2. In the declination, Sun is contra-parallel the extremist Saturn Varuna midpoint. More clashes with either Sun or Earth pop up in the other dimensions. These stars blow. Please don't initiate anything important or meet anyone new now, even if you're in good cycles personally. The second run of worst days includes St. Patrick's Day. In Geozodiac 7, Sun is at the apex of a Lilith-Mars Vesta triangle, and in Helio 12, Earth is in a grand cross with Odin, Ceres, Ixion, the Saturn-Uranus midpoint, and the Saturn-Venus midpoint. In Helio 7, Earth is in a fortress with Varuna, Odin, Mars, and the Saturn-Jupiter nuclear midpoint. The repeating theme of Mars slugging it out with these negative points does more than hint at an aggression or discord during these volatile times. Avoid being drawn into disagreements during a pub crawl or anywhere else during these days, as they are unlikely to be constructive and could ramp up into a whole lot more than you want to deal with. In the final run of worst days in March, Sun in Geo 7 is banging heads with the Saturn Vesta outcast midpoint, Mars, and Sedna. This geometry could again point to the possibility of arguments. The Saturn-Uranus midpoint hanging out with the Sun-Mercury midpoint in the declinations won't help anyone be smart or discreet during these days. Earth is dragged down by the Saturn-Venus and Saturn-Sedna midpoints in a wide grand cross, and by a fortress with Varuna, Saturn-Venus, and Saturn-Neptune. These days can't be good for much of anything at all, so please wait them out. Get DIY info for calculating your personal transits and a juicy coupon. Click Show More. If you like this video, please click like. Thank you. If not, click dislike. If there's someone you know that should see this video, please share it with them. Remember, subscribe on YouTube for more astrology videos. And please come visit me on MagiHelena.com. Grow and evolve. Get your timing right and understand your relationships. Get there now. Text astrology to 51555. Remember, timing is everything. Hang in there. Pretty much everyone I know, friends, family, and clients, are grappling with the effects of the pandemic and political uncertainty and personal losses and challenges too. Our relative level of self-mastery is always a work in progress, but through testing times like these, you can dramatically accelerate your evolution if you do the work on yourself. Seek out the inspiration and break out the time you need to stay right with yourself, right with others, right with spirit, and right with the earth. You've got this. Here's wishing you a masterful March.